On this great episode, I want to talk about a great technique that I think that we should really talk about and hone in on, and it's very important as it pertains to the songwriting process and as it pertains to the music production process, and that subject is counter melody. Counter melody. So this is not the main melody, obviously, and the main melody, as far as a song is concerned, the main melody will be a melody that's sung by the singer. All right, the main melodies that you hear during the verse, during the chorus, pre-chorus, and bridge, and so forth and so on. But I want to bring this technique, this particular technique, to your attention because I think that it adds so much more life to your songs. Definitely to for my composers, it brings life to your compositions, just in general. So I think it's worth talking about. But today I want to talk about it as it pertains to songwriting. And so also what I did for you, I have about 3 songs that I'm going to give you in a minute, but I just want to stress that you should really take advantage of this technique. Now, don't worry about it getting in the way of the main melody, because as it pertains to melody in itself, they're going to have 2 different personalities. All right, 2 different personalities. So for instance, if your main melody, which is in this case, is being sung by the artist, right, which would be the main melody. Let's say that it's complicated. Let's say that it has a lot of notes. Not too busy, but it has a lot of notes. It's more active rhythmically as well. So my counter melody is going to be something that's going to be opposite of that. It's going to be less rhythmic. It's going to be less notes. Another way that you can differentiate is to place the counter melody in a different octave. All right. As far as mixing is concerned, what you could do is make sure that your counter melody is pushed back in the mix, and so that it doesn't get in the way. Another way that you can do it, as the artist is singing, you can take advantage of those moments where there is no singing going on, and you can create feels, is what we call in composition. Create a feel, which you're feeling in, not feel F-E-E-L, but feel F-I-L-L. Fill in that space in that moment, with a counter melody. It's another way that you can do it. But if you have 2 melodies that are happening at the same time, again, you can differentiate it with octave, rhythm. Those are the two main ways you can do it if you are if the melodies are being played or sung at the same time. All right, and so this is super important. Also, I hear a lot of this as far as the singing is concerned. Let's just say in a song, the artist is singing the main melody during a verse. I hear 2 things. There are backgrounds that come in and that harmonize with certain lines. All right, with certain lines. Also, when the singer's not singing, there's some harmony that's going on, and there's a word that was already sung that's repeated, but it's in harmony, or some things happening around it. These are different ways that you can add interest and counter melodies around a main melody. All right. And so this really keeps the listener glued in, and this is something I talked about in a previous episode about keeping the listener really glued in. So check that episode out. And also, I talked about that on my podcast, Teach One Tuesday podcast, keeping the interest of the singer. So go check out those episodes. So this is 2 ways that you can do it, and I think that it's very important, and there's a way to really do this. You can go from very simple to complicated, back to very simple, just as far as your song period as a whole. This is how you keep the interest. There's dynamics, and I'll do another episode talking about dynamics, because I think it's very, very important. But so I'm going to keep going. And sharing these tips and techniques, because I think it's very, very important. But counter melody, go and check out these 3 songs that I'm going to give you, and they all happen to be by Robert Glasper, one of my favorite artists, one of my favorite artists, man. Okay, so the first song I want to give you is No One Like You, featuring Alex Isley. She's a vocalist on that. Go and check out No One Like You. There's a main melody. The chords are pretty much the same. I talked about that in the last episode. Go check it out. But the chords are basically the same, you know, but there's a melody that's being played. And then when she comes in, that melody is still there, but she's singing over that with a different melody, right? And it works because it doesn't get in the way. So go check that out. The next song is on the Black Radio 3, his latest record, Robert Glasper, that is, called Shine. There's a progression that they're playing. I can't remember if on the bridge it changes, but I know that pretty much throughout the song it's the same chord progression. All right, so go check out that song Shine. Again, it's on Robert Glasper's Black Radio 3. Go check it out. Last but not least, I'm going to give you a song off the first Black Radio, All Yeah, and it features Music Soul Child and Chrisette Michelle. Go and check out these 3 songs and listen to the counter melody. Listen to what's going on, because it adds interest. It really keeps the listener glued in. It's an amazing melody, and it doesn't get in the way of the main melody, which is what you want. And also, as far as vocals is concerned, filling in the gaps, go and check out Kenyon Dixon, another great artist, man, another amazing artist. Go and check out his records, Kenyon Dixon. I'll put up something so you can see what he looks like and see his name. And so go and check him out as far as counter melodies too, but also as far as the vocals and what he does. All right, I want to thank you so much for checking this out, man. I hope you're having a wonderful day. If you're not having a wonderful day, you can change that by your mindset. Thanks so much. Tony King out.